1. A BC dry chemical extinguisher. A BC dry chemical extinguisher. This is the most common fire extinguisher in American homes. It releases a fine monoammonium phosphate powder that interrupts combustion and coats burning material. The A rating covers ordinary materials such as wood, paper, cloth, rubber, and many plastics. B covers flammable liquids, including gasoline, paint, and solvents. C means the agent does not conduct electricity and can be used around energized household equipment. Its greatest advantage is versatility. Its disadvantage is the powder, which spreads widely, blocks visibility, and can damage electronics and appliances. For general household protection, this is usually the default choice. 2. BC Dry Chemical Extinguisher. BC Dry Chemical Extinguisher. This model looks similar to an ABC extinguisher, but its label does not contain the letter A. It normally uses sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate powder. The agent interrupts the chemical reaction occurring in flammable liquid and gas fires. Because it is electrically non-conductive, it is also rated for energized electrical equipment. A BC extinguisher can be appropriate in garages, workshops, and utility areas containing fuel, solvents, or electrical equipment. However, it is not designed for deep-seated fires in wood, paper, fabric, or household furnishings. Always read the classification label instead of assuming every red extinguisher provides the same protection. 3. Pressurized-water extinguisher. Pressurized-water extinguisher, often called an APW, this extinguisher contains water pressurized with air and is normally identified by its large silver cylinder. It extinguishes Class A fires by absorbing heat and cooling the burning material. It works on paper, wood, cardboard, cloth, and similar ordinary combustibles. A water extinguisher must not be used on burning gasoline, oil, paint, or cooking grease because the water can spread the burning liquid. It must also not be used on energized electrical equipment because ordinary water conducts electricity. In a modern American house, its limited Class A rating makes it less versatile than a multipurpose ABC extinguisher. 4. Water mist extinguisher. Water mist extinguisher. Instead of producing a heavy stream, this extinguisher releases microscopic droplets of deionized water. The small droplets absorb heat quickly while reducing the amount of water deposited on the room and its contents. Many water mist extinguishers carry Class A and Class C ratings because the deionized mist has very low electrical conductivity. The exact rating must still be confirmed on the label. Water mist is useful around sensitive electronics, valuable objects, medical equipment, or areas where dry chemical residue would cause significant damage. These extinguishers are typically larger and more expensive than household ABC units, so they are a specialized residential option rather than the standard choice. 5. Foam extinguisher. Foam extinguisher. This water-based extinguisher produces a layer of foam that spreads across burning liquid. The foam separates the fuel from oxygen, suppresses flammable vapor, and helps prevent the fire from reigniting. Its water content also cools ordinary combustible material. Foam extinguishers are commonly rated for Class A and Class B fires. They can work on materials such as wood, paper, gasoline, and certain paints or solvents. They should not be assumed safe for energized electrical equipment unless the extinguisher specifically carries a C rating. Foam models are less common in American homes than ABC dry chemical extinguishers, but homeowners may encounter them in garages, workshops, boats, and specialty applications. 6. Carbon dioxide extinguisher. Carbon dioxide extinguisher. ACO. 2 extinguisher is easy to recognize by its hard black discharge horn and the absence of a pressure gauge on many models. It releases carbon dioxide as a cold gas, reducing oxygen around the flame while providing some cooling. CO2 leaves no powder, foam, or water behind. This makes it useful around electrical panels, computers, appliances, and other equipment, where residue could cause damage. CO2 extinguishers are normally rated for Class B and Class C fires. They are less effective on wood, fabric, and other Class A materials because those materials can remain hot and reignite. The discharge horn can become dangerously cold during operation. 7. Wet chemical extinguisher. Wet chemical extinguisher. This is the Class K extinguisher designed for fires involving hot cooking oils and animal fats. It releases a potassium-based liquid that reacts with the burning oil and creates a soapy layer over its surface. This process, called saponification, cools the oil, blocks oxygen, and helps prevent reignition. Class K extinguishers are normally found in commercial kitchens because deep fryers hold much larger quantities of oil than ordinary household cookware. A homeowner may still encounter one in a large or specialized kitchen. For a small pan fire, U.S. fire safety guidance recommends turning off the burner if possible and covering the pan with a lid or baking sheet. Water must never be applied to burning cooking oil. 8. Class D dry powder extinguisher. Class D dry powder extinguisher. This specialized extinguisher is designed for combustible metal fires involving materials such as magnesium, sodium, titanium, or lithium. The agent forms a layer over the burning metal, isolates it from oxygen, and absorbs heat. Different metals require different extinguishing powders, so a Class D label alone does not mean the extinguisher works on every combustible metal. Dry powder must not be confused with ABC or BC dry chemical. They are different agents created for different hazards. Most houses do not need a Class D extinguisher. It becomes relevant only when a home workshop, laboratory, or hobby area contains combustible metals. Using water on certain burning metals can intensify the reaction. 9. Clean agent extinguisher. Clean agent extinguisher. This type releases an electrically non-conductive gas or rapidly evaporating liquid instead of water, foam, or powder. The agent suppresses combustion without leaving significant residue. Clean agent extinguishers are therefore used around computers, home theaters, communications equipment, artwork, and other objects that could be damaged by dry chemical. Depending on the model and agent, the extinguisher may carry BC or ABC ratings. The label determines its actual capability. Clean agent units are generally more expensive than multi-purpose dry chemical extinguishers and may provide a lower fire rating for the same cylinder size. Their primary advantage is protecting sensitive property while extinguishing the fire. 10. Legacy Halon extinguisher. Legacy Halon extinguisher. Halon is an older clean extinguishing agent that stops combustion rapidly without leaving residue. Portable Halon 1211 extinguishers were once used around computers, vehicles, aircraft, and valuable equipment. The United States phased out the production and import of virgin halons in 1994 because they damaged the ozone layer. Existing extinguishers may still contain recovered or recycled halon, but they are now associated mainly with specialized aviation, military, and legacy applications rather than new household installations. A homeowner who discovers an old halon extinguisher should not discharge it for testing or place it in ordinary trash. A qualified fire equipment company should recover, service, or dispose of the agent properly.